the Sunday, which I imagine went up a day or two ago. And I bet I'm doing like Monday and Tuesday as well. So I don't even know when I'm squeezing this video in, but I'm sure it'll happen. Anyway, wanted to do a cryptic. They're always exciting, challenging. A reminder for those of you who may be new to cryptic crosswords, we have to put a letter in each square, just like an American crossword, but each clue gives us the answer twice. Once as a kind of oblique definition, and once as some kind of wordplay. There's an invisible divider somewhere in the clue splitting the two apart that we have to figure out. A greeting. Oh, and it tells us, like, oh, it's a single 5-letter word. A greeting the man will love. What about hello? Yeah, that sounds right. Hello is a greeting. And the man, if the man will, that would be he'll. And love can just be O, like a tennis score can be 0. Like you beat someone 5-0 or whatever, right? Or I don't know. I'm up 15 love, 15-0. Anyway. Values a news service expresses approval of. I don't know. Let's look at some downs first since we have crosses already. Stocking seller has nothing for a resident of South Bend. Where is South Bend? Isn't it like Oregon or Utah or something like that? Stocking seller. Has nothing. So has nothing could mean it contains like the letter O, or even nil, perhaps. I don't know. Finds the French eating Mexican food from the South. So the French usually means le or la. Let's suppose it's la. I kind of want it to be locates, but I don't think lo is a French article. Yeah. Mexican food from the South. So that's going to be like taco spelled backwards, right? Oh, man. And that, okay, so it must be locates, right? Yes, I see. The French is les, L-E-S, and it's eating Mexican food from the South, which is taco spelled backwards, and the whole thing means finds. Okay, so I think I suggested locates earlier, but I didn't quite see how the wordplay worked. I was so stuck on the French being at the beginning, I didn't consider it could be surrounding something. Exaggerate the position of governor. Over state. Yes, you're the governor. To exaggerate is to overstate, and the position of governor is to be over the state in a way. Ooh. People who play. That sounds like the definition, actually. And I bet, yeah, heart score is 9 letters long, and if it were discordant, the letters might be in the wrong order. So we're meant to rearrange the letters in heart score to get people who play. Some Mexican name, not Mexican, musician name. I kind of wanted it to end with ERS, but there's an E here, so ORS or ARS? Let's say we did that. What would we have left from heart score? We've used a C, an E, an OR, and an S. We need something that means people play. Okay, I mean, we could make that an A and this an O. Orchestra. Orchestra is people who play, so it doesn't have to end with ARS, it doesn't have to be plural. I mean, it is plural, but plurals don't have to end with an S. And I guess it's not really plural, but it's a collective noun in a way. Stocking seller. Yeah, I still have no idea what's going on here. 10. Originally transcribed as, is that I think? It's actually kind of important for me to know what letter that's supposed to be. Let me open up Bash here, just to paste it into something with serifs. Yeah, those are capital I's. Okay. Ten originally. That could mean just the letter T, the origin of the letter 10, the first letter of it, its start, its origin. I don't know. Singing group papers getting audited. Could audited be a mishearing clue telling me to like hear something incorrectly, use a homophone? Maybe. But I don't see immediately what it would be about. So relic from Middle Earth. One true thing. No idea. Map out alien. Part of the solar system. So alien probably could be an anagram clue, and map out is 6 letters, and we know there's an A. So what's part of a solar system that we could get from this? I don't know, actually. Moat up. Not really part of a solar system. Huh. Wait a minute, maybe... Could it be part of the solar system? Might it just fit in here? We would have Olaris if we had like Olarsy. That makes no sense. A fair rainbow over African capital. Don't know. Speak of hot German bread. Don't know. Weird holy man managed a big appliance company. Okay, holy man is 7 letters. Maybe we anagram it? Because it's weird? I'm not sure how. I don't really know appliance companies very well. What about this? Oh, we have a T now. No, we already had all this, right? Yeah. Comedian Skelton. Okay, I don't know that guy's name. Interrupt. Having taken a trip? No idea. Investigation concerning Byzantine arches. Byzantine could easily be some kind of anagram indicator, but I don't see any 8-letter words lying around. Okay. Simeon with last of the fruit. Monkey is a simian. And what does that have to do with the rest of the clue? Nothing that I can see. Last of the fruit is kind of the letter T, perhaps? But I don't think you could make with be the rest of the wordplay. Cassette recording includes bird dog. Cassette recording, some kind of tape, maybe, includes bird dog? I don't know. Aware group has name that is not contracted. Is not contracted could be isn't, I suppose. But it's hard to see how that would fit together with anything else. Turned out oddly ignorant. I want it to be an answer. Oh no, I see. Ignorant is. No, ignorant's only 8 letters, isn't it? Yeah. I thought maybe we would be spelling it oddly. So maybe it's turned out spelled oddly, meaning ignorant. Yeah. So we're meant to anagram turned out. Out. No. Not. Ugh. Okay, I'd like another letter or two. Or if I can't get any, I'll think harder about it on the next pass. Call up first lady about approval. Call. Call up. First. About approval. Maybe something goes around yes. Or I. Lady could just be she. Usher? Doesn't really make sense, I don't think. But I do see she and her in here, so there's something that could maybe. And like you might conceivably claim to be calling someone up if you were ushering them somewhere, maybe. I don't know. I don't think this makes any sense, sadly. First off, dribble a little bit. Are we looking for drool, maybe? Somehow? I don't think so. First off, dribble might mean take the first letter off of something meaning dribble. So that could be ROOL. And then we could have a rula with the A from the clue into the answer. But that doesn't mean little bit. It doesn't mean anything. Time to study English philosopher. A wearisome routine. Time to study. And then some English philosopher, maybe? Could be the two pieces of the wordplay. But I don't know what either of them would be. Locke, I suppose, was an English philosopher, right? But I don't know what that has to do with any of the rest of the clue. Picks up fashionable lines of clothing. Well, lines of clothing might be seams or creases. Ah, increases? Yes. I think. So something that picks up increases, that seems fair. Lines of clothing are creases. It's a little bit weird to me to say that favorite or fashionable, not favorite. Yeah, of course fashionable means in. Okay, it's definitely increases. Finally, a bit more forward progress. Take away one number in reverse addition problem. Well, an addition problem is a sum. You could reverse it and get MUS. Perhaps that's one set of things we could do as part of the wordplay. Take away one. Don't know. All right, let's see how many downs you haven't looked at. No good person crazy about a city in Europe. Well, I mean, we could rearrange the letters in person and make them crazy. We could put the whole thing about a city in Europe if there were a three-letter city that would go well around person, and the whole thing could mean no good. That certainly is possible. It's hard for me to see quite how you would do that. That's a possibility. Items in a sewing kit. Beginning to seem unnecessary. That's needleless. Items in a sewing kit are needles, and the beginning to seem is the letter S. Right there. And unnecessary is needless. I actually thought the answer was needles until I typed it and didn't finish. There's a similar kind of items in a sewing kit beginning, I thought, would say to take the first letter off of needles. But it's all but the last letter of needles could be beginning. But no, okay, this is a better. This is clearly right and also better wordplay. I wasn't really thinking clearly when I thought it might be needles. Also, of course, it doesn't fit. Small, tailless cat atop the first ristoranti serving. Well, what's the first course in an Italian place? Like appetizers, right? But they usually call that like antipasti, right? Oh man, I could go for some Italian food. Have still got like a week to go till my second vaccine shot. And then a little while after that, and maybe I can like actually go to a restaurant in good conscience. Not like I go often, even in non-pandemic times, but I do like Italian food. Uh, the first ristorante serving, is it like soupy? Soupa? I think it's soup. Soup is like Zuppe. I'm also looking at like scampi, but it's like 7 letters. Saladi? I think so. Really big bird I can cut up. So bird I can cut up, maybe? Meaning really big? No, bird I can is 8 letters. So even if you cut it up, it wouldn't be 7. Really big. You're looking for like gigantic or Titanic or something. I guess Titanic does fit, doesn't it? Is there some way I can justify that as the answer? Oh, yeah, I see. A bird is a tit, or more accurately, a tit is a bird. And then we have I can cut up. Just rearranging the letters in I can to be an ick. Okay. Love or hate? An online gesture. So are we looking for emoji or emoticon? Or what? What else is an online gesture? Right, love and hate are both emotions. It feels like very related to emoji, emoticon, or something, but I don't see actually filling it out. No 7-letter word for those that I can think of. Turned up, sick. Inside, very Gallic garden structure. There's a lot of words here that have to do with wordplay, right? Like turned up could be like writing something upside down. Something could be inside of something else. Or something sick maybe could be like rearranging the letters of. A little skeptical about that one, but it's possible. Oh, you know what? Inside is probably saying, it's probably hinting me that I can find um, just like 7 contiguous letters in this phrase that are the answer, perhaps. And I happen to see ill here, like which is sick. It's turned up. Although, yeah, I see. It's very Gallic garden. And then structure were the definition. Maybe? I don't know. Actually, I don't know. This doesn't seem to be working. Turned up sick. Inside. Don't know. Good musical instrument returned. At no cost. Good musical instrument returned. So write it backward? Or write at no cost backward? But like, what's the definition? I kind of want it to be at no cost. Gratis, maybe? Does that means at no cost? Can I make this be a good musical instrument? Return. G can mean good, and a sitar is a musical instrument. Okay, great. Essay, the main. I have no idea what wordplay clues are even involved here. Yeah, no idea. All right, did we get any help with some crosses recently? Not much. Here's one we have a lot more. Okay, we probably end with an E. Turned out, oddly. All right, and that's an anagram, right? So we have turned out. We've used a T-R-E-D. And it's supposed to mean what? Ignorant. Untutored, I guess. Yeah, okay. Small tailless cat. Ugh. First off, dribble a little bit. Time to study English philosopher. Well, maybe the? Time to study the, some famous era maybe is a time you might study. I don't know. This is a rough one. Not getting anywhere really. Okay, there were some other anagrams that I didn't do yet, right? I think like somewhere there's like this. This I think map out. Right? Like how on earth can this be part of the solar system? Ota. Oma. Umatup. Tompu. This A in map out is really killing me. Maybe it's not an anagram? But I don't know what else it would be. Yeah, I don't know. I still think this is probably an anagram, but like, what do you do with holy man? Right? Well, okay, I guess it doesn't have to be holy man. It could be a 7-letter word that means holy man. Also, what's this with this managed A? Maybe if you managed something, you ran a something? You could end with Brana? I don't know. No good person. Crazy. Small, tailless cat. Well, tailless might mean to remove the first letter, the last letter from something. Like CA. And then put that atop the first. Ah, maybe the first is just the letter I's and like King James the First. King James I, right? And then a ristorante serving doesn't have to be the first one. It could be any serving at a restaurant, an Italian restaurant, right? But I can't think of any of those either. Oh dear. I have no idea what this is. What's going on here? Essay. To essay can mean to try something, as in to attempt it. But I don't see how that's helpful here. Yeah. Sadly, I think I've gotten as far as I'm getting without help. I'm gonna ask, just double check if everything I got so far is right. I assume it is. It's pretty hard to get something wrong in a cryptic and not know it. Maybe something in this area would be useful. A useful clue to make progress. The theme. It's not really said very much these days, but a theme, um, in like English class, they might assign you an essay, but I don't know if it's something that used to be done or a different regional thing, but you can call an essay a theme as well. Dribble a little bit. Tinge? Oh. I wanted to put an E in here. I was like, oh, it could start with the, but I just couldn't see any way the could do anything interesting. But yeah, Maine, ME, of course. Anytime you see a US state, like ask what its two-letter abbreviation is, that's often pretty helpful. I just forgot that. Dribble a little bit. Ounce? Yes, ounce. To dribble something is to bounce, and if you took the first off of that, you would be left with an ounce, which is a little bit. Ugh, and this is some restaurant serving, but I just don't know what. Still don't really. Cassette record. Includes bird dog? Oh, setter? That's a kind of bird dog, I think. What does this have to do with cassette recording? Oh. Recording is telling me look inside the word cassette. Oh, cassette recording includes. I see. Is setter right there. I see. Okay. Spumoni. That's something you might serve at an Italian restaurant. I was caught up on the idea of like which serving it is, appetizer or whatever, but they were looking for specific food. Okay. Well, I needed 3 letters down there, which is kind of a bummer. But I could have needed more than 3. I'll need many more for the rest of the puzzle, but for down there, it took just 3. Artifact? I see. A relic is an artifact. One true thing. I get, like, true thing is a fact. But I don't understand what this has to do with from Middle Earth. Or, for that matter, 1. 1 could be A. You know, if you got 1 order of coffee, you got okay, choose something that doesn't start with a vowel, but you get the idea. A fish, 1 fish, they mean basically the same thing. From Middle Earth. I don't get that one. All right, give me this one. Is it really an anagram? I mean, there's a P there, right? We have these letters left? Kind of has to be an O, right? Po... Mutt? Tum? Poatum? It's just baffling. It's an E. Okay, so it wasn't an anagram. Thank goodness. Oh, no. Is this saying map out... Is it saying part of look inside a map out alien? I don't think so. No, there's no 6-letter thing here that makes an answer. So it's P, right? That'd be poutal. It's clearly not what we have here. Part of the solar system. Map out. Oh, planet. Ah, I get it now. Part of the solar system is a planet. To map something out is to plan it. And an alien is an ET. Values. Appraises? The AP is a news service, and if they praised something, they would express approval of it. And to appraise something is to value it. Speak of hot. German bread. Ugh. What about this? Does this C help? Concerning could be RE. Research? That sounds right, right? That's an investigation, is research. Now I see Byzantine arches. Oh, I see. Concerning is RE, and then arches have been written in a Byzantine way to get search. I told you this was probably an anagram indicator for something, but I didn't see an 8-letter word. Here's our last chance to do the top left without any help. Stocking stuffer. Seller, not stuffer. Has nothing. Oh, I get it. I get it. Hoosier. South Bend must be in a place where the Hoosiers play. They're a college football team, I think, or a college. No, I mean they are. But I think more generally they're like a college mascot, and they're named that way because that's the state, not mascot, but something. Um, and a stocking seller is a hosier, and it has nothing, an extra O in it. 10 originally transcribed as I. What the hell does this mean? I don't know. Iotas? Okay. Yeah. Originally transcribed as I. You know, it used to be if you were a Greek and you wanted to write I, you would write down 2 iotas. Haha. So what does 10 have to do with any of this? Ten originally? Ah. Wow. That's a stretch. 10, you could write as the numbers 1, 0, which could be IO. And then if we looked at originally transcribed, we would be looking at the first letter of the word transcribed, a T, and then an as. So my idea of iotas being something originally transcribed as II was totally off. The II is just iotas all by itself, and then 10 is IO, originally transcribed as T, and then as is AS. Oof. Speak of, what could we say? I don't know what would be after that. All right, give me this letter. Well, first of all, we already know it can't be like an anagram of holy man, but it could be an anagram of priest. Priest. It's only 6 letters, but there's probably some way to add another letter into that. Problem, I don't know uh, how to make that make any sense. And I still don't have any idea what this singing group's paper's getting audited. All right, give me this one too. A choir. The choir is a singing group. Papers getting audited. Papers. Papers getting. I mean, I'm looking at like a choir is, it sounds a lot like getting, right? And if you audited it, you might hear it wrong, but it doesn't quite work. Like what's the deal with papers, right? I don't know. Is there some African capital that looks like this? I don't know of one. German bread, I suppose. They might be talking about money in Germany, i.e., the euro, or way back when the Deutschmark. I think before that they had the Reichsmark. I think. Not that either of those two are relevant here. I'm just like trying to brush up on my German history. Bread. I don't know. Great. I don't know what to do with that. Having taken a trip. Skeleton. I have no idea what to do with any of this. I guess I should have asked for more about this holy man. Okay. So this is looking kind of like Fallon, as in Jimmy Fallon, or Fallen, as in having taken a trip, being interrupted by Skelton, but I don't know who that is. I'm pretty sure we need an E here, right? Unless we're Fallon, in which case we need an O. Actually, how do you even spell Jimmy Fallon? It's Fallon, right? Let me find another browser. Jimmy, yeah, Fallon, as I thought. This kind of looks like sprints. It's a big company, but not a big appliance company, I guess. Oh man. Speak of. Just no idea. Actually, African capital might just be the letter A. It's the capital letter in Africa, and then that could the rest of rainbow could go over it. Maybe. So we're looking for fair rainbow to go here, and like arch fits, but does archa mean something? I don't know. Okay. Still no idea. Accra, I guess that must be an African capital. What does this have to do with anything else? A fair rainbow. Can the letter C just be like it's the shape of a rainbow? Is that all I'm being asked here? Arc. Okay. I see that a rainbow is an arc. But then where does fair come into it? How does fair turn into the letter C? I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I should be able to get this even though I don't know who this skeleton person is. So I guess we need an L here, right? Fallen. I still have no idea. Am I even right with what I have so far? I am. I don't know these people. Fred Allen? Okay. How does this have to do with having taken a trip? I guess there's a guy named Red Skelton. And then there's also a person named Fred Allen. Is that about right? Yep. Red Skelton, an American entertainer, born 1913. Hasn't been on television in the last 50 years. So clearly I missed him. Who the hell is Fred Allen? An American comedian, of course. Died 1956. How am I supposed to know these people? Okay. So can I fit ape in here somehow? Apen. I don't think so. Syringe? That doesn't fit, never mind. I didn't see any reason why it would be correct. I just thought it fit, but it doesn't. Okay. I have no idea. Strange, weird. Okay. Saint range. Weird is strange. A holy man is a saint. Ran. I thought a big appliance was a range, but no, if you manage something, you ran it, and a big appliance company is GE. That's a tough one. Oh, orange. I was thinking a while ago, okay, well, what else is a simian? An orang, but that's only 5 letters, I thought to myself, and so I didn't even bother saying it out loud. But of course, you could add another letter, and last of the is E. So there you go. That's an orange, which is a fruit. Stoolin? Store? I have no idea what this is. Okay, apparently there's a German bread named Stollen, which, if you were to say it out loud, i.e., to speak of it, you might think they were saying stolen. And one word that can mean stolen is hot, as in, like, you have hot goods, you have to fence them. Yikes, okay. Didn't know about that German bread. No good person. Rat? Maybe? Aware group. I'm just, like, totally lost on this puzzle. This should be an E, right? Probably? Yeah. Wait. Emotion totally fits there. I thought it didn't. I thought emotion was the wrong number of letters. An online gesture would be an E motion. Ha ha ha. So it's not actually related to emoticon, or emoji at all. Okay. Well, that was a really straightforward one that I missed. I didn't try writing in what I thought the answer should be. Call up. About. approval. Okay. So first lady. Well, what could go about, like, she, SHE, is a lady, but shoke does not mean anything. It certainly doesn't mean call up first. Stoke? Doesn't really mean that. Evoke? Ah, there you go. Evoke means to call up. And Eve is the first lady being written around okay. Rotterdam is a city in Europe. No good person is a rotter, I think. Crazy about is mad? But not quite, right? Because crazy about does mean mad, but doesn't mean damn. So where am I getting permission to write it backward? Kind of confused about this. I mean, this looks like the what? All right, let's make sure what I have so far is okay. It's not the. Everything else was okay. Trend. Tread. Oh, minus, I think, right? Take away one number. I guess I for one, N for number is in a reverse addition problem, which is a sum backwards, I guess. Trellis? That's a garden structure. And we have a sick. Oh, okay. Yeah, ill is being written turned up. And it's inside of very Gallic. Gallic is like, the place that eventually became France. And very in French is tres, Tres. Okay. This looks like an N. Sentient? Yeah, that means aware. How does the rest have how does the wordplay work? Group, a group is a set, and it has within it a name, which is N. But then we need TIEN. Is not contracted. I mean, okay, so we have isn't in here somewhere. S blank NTI. But then where's the group? I don't quite understand this one. don't know what's going on here either. All right, give me this letter. Treadmill? Okay, that's a wearisome routine, maybe? Yeah, you get back on the promotion treadmill or whatever, right? It's tiring, but you got to keep doing it. And time is T, I guess. And to study is to read, and Mill was an English philosopher, I guess. Ouch. Tough cryptic for sure. Not a very good performance, but, you know, with enough hints, anyone can get to the end. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.